Here's how you can assign something to an individual student. So what you're going to do is create a group with just that student in it. So I actually made a folder for groups. I've already done one, and this is an essay question. It's an assignment, and I have given it only to one student. So I'm going to click in there just to show you what this assignment looks like, and then I'm going to make another one very quickly with a different student to show you the process. So this first group, which is one student, they're getting a paper, an essay where they only have to write 2 paragraphs. So then I want to assign another person, and they're going to have to write 1 sheet, and then the rest of the class is going to write 2 sheets on this essay question. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add, hit the plus sign, hit create. I'm going to create another assignment, and then I'm going to change this. This is going to be number 2, and this is going to say influence paper because they have to write 1 sheet. Then I'm going to go ahead and hit my plus sign. I'm going to go to essay. I've copied and pasted what I had in there before, so I'm just going to change that. And I'm going to just say 1 sheet. Okay, so I changed a little bit of the wording there, and there's a link in here, so if they need to refresh on thesis statements, they can do that. I'm going to go ahead and hit save, and then I'm going to go ahead in my little gear icon, click in there, and then make any changes I need to make, so how many points it's worth, and then I'm going to go to assign to groups because I'm going to assign this one to a different student. So I'm going to go ahead and click assign to groups. I am going to create a new group, and it's going to have a different name than my other group. So I'm going to go ahead. So for this one, I'm going to assign it to my middle school student, and I put that name there again. They're the only one that's going to see that name, and then I need to go find that student. So I'm going to look through here, and there's my middle school student. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and I'm going to add that student to this group. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And then everything should be set up. So now I have 2 papers. I have these 2 separate assignments, and one for each student, and I'm going to go into preview mode so that you can see that. So of course I would know who this was and who this was. I can click on the group, and I see my middle school student, and I click on the group, see this preview user. So notice, because I have a preview user, when I click on my student preview for this, I'm not going to see that paper number 2 because it was only set. I'm the only one in the group. So all I'm going to see is what was assigned to me. So students will only see the paper that is assigned to them. So then as a student, if I click in there, I can see this is just got my name, the points, and then I can go ahead and view the assessment, and then I click on it and read what the teacher has said. It says your work is saved as you go. So then I would click in here, and I can put my 2 paragraphs in here, or if my teacher told me to put it in a Google Doc and share the link, I could do that, or I can upload it as attachment if that's what I was told to do. And then after I add that, and maybe there's some other content that I want to add. Maybe I'm writing about my grandma and I decide I want to add a picture, or I'm able to add a picture. So, and then once I finished, I can go ahead and hit submit. Okay. All right, so I'm going to exit my preview mode, and I'm not going to log in as the middle school student, but if I go to that account, I will only see the group that I'm in. So that's how you, as a teacher, of course, you'll see. That's why I put this in a folder, because if I were doing multiple, now my whole class one might be influence paper number 3, and that would be the whole class. So I am giving it to different students. And again, now that I have a group set with these students, they're already in the group. So when I have a new assignment, I can go ahead and just assign something to them separately.